Hi, this is OJ from What You Want, and thank you for tuning in to our Time Talks videos. If you like our videos, you can view them on our YouTube channel, What You Want Inc., and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can receive daily updates on our most recently posted watch videos and our new arrivals. Also, this watch can be viewed on our website along with our entire inventory watches on our website, whatyouwant.com. You know, I am absolutely a watch enthusiast at heart, and that's part of the reason why I got into the watch business. And I have to say, one of the brands that I first fell in love with just before I got into the watch business was Franck Muller. You know, there's something about the Franck Muller Curve X case that is so timeless, and yet so elegant, and yet so almost mystical, that I really have always loved Franck Muller's. It's always had a special place in my heart. This particular watch is the Franck Muller Crazy Hours, reference 7851. This is a Curve X shaped case, and as a reference 7851, I would say that this watch wears very comparable to about a 39 or 40 millimeter watch. It's really a fantastic size because while it's not super wide like a 44 millimeter watch or a 42 millimeter watch, it has a decent width to it, but more than that, it's got a really great height to it. So this watch is probably about 40 millimeters from lug to lug. And again, when you're wearing this watch, it wears comparable to around about a 39 or 40 millimeter watch. It really is just a really timeless and a very versatile timepiece. With the Crazy Hours complication, a lot of people don't quite understand what that is. You know, the Crazy Hours complication is something that Franck Muller invented, and essentially it's a different take on the traditional timekeeping pattern. So the way this works is it's not rocket science. It's actually very simple and intuitive. So it looks like there's some numbers arranged around the dial in almost a random formation, but in fact those numbers are not random. What this watch is essentially a jump hour watch, and instead of jumping 1 hour every 60 minutes, it jumps 3 hours every 60 minutes. And the numbers are arranged so that each consecutive number is 3 hours away. So what you have here is, 4 hours away. So what you have here is you've got number 1 right here where it's supposed to be. This is your 1 o'clock hour marker. And if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is your number 2. And so what happens is as this watch goes around in a complete, as the minute hand goes around in a complete revolution, what we'll see is we'll see this 10 going to the 11. And again, the 11 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions away from the 10 on the dial. So at 11 o'clock, boom, it just jumped. And what we'll see here is as we turn the hands around for another revolution, it's going to go from 11 to the 12. And that 12 o'clock is precisely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions away. So as we go around, you'll see the time change. Boop. And again, there's your 1 o'clock marker right there. What we'll see as the hands revolve around and make their complete revolution, it's going to go from 12 to 1, and sure enough, that 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers away. So again, as we rotate it, it's going to jump to that 1 o'clock position. You know, one of the things that I love about the Crazy Hours complication is, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can appreciate this, a lot of times you'll look at your watch to see what time it is. But you won't really register exactly what time it is. You'll look at it and you'll look away, and about 30 seconds later you'll say, geez Louise, what time is it? Well, with this watch, you actually have to pay attention to know what time it is because it's not a function of where the minute and the hour hands is. It's a function of which marker that hour hand is pointing to. And so when it's 11 o'clock, for example, when it's 2 o'clock, for example, the hour hand is actually at 6 o'clock. So to accurately really register that it's 2 o'clock, you really have to take more than sort of a passing cursory glance of your watch. You really have to look at it, appreciate the dial and the aesthetics of this watch, and realize that it's 2 o'clock. Again, this is not for someone who's going to take their time for granted. This is for someone who wants to really appreciate a very unique method of timekeeping and appreciate a very unique timekeeping complication. Again, it's not rocket science, but it is a different way of looking at things, and that's certainly something that Franck Muller has become known for throughout the industry. Again, what is so cool about this watch is with its unique dimensions and curvature, it wears comparable to a 40mm dress watch. Its curvature, curvature case, also known as the Curvex case, which is what the Casablanca case line is all about, is totally timeless. It's almost Art Deco, and yet it's still consummately elegant, it's sporty, and it's versatile. This watch can be felt right at home when worn with a pair of jeans, or with a suit and tie, or with a pair of slacks and shirt. It's that transitional, and that's one of the things that I love about this watch. You can view this watch on our website, watchyouwant.com, and again, make sure to sign up for our videos on our YouTube channel, Watch You Want Inc. As always, wear your watches in the best of health, and thank you for your time. Have a great day.